All right, the day's finally come. We're getting ready to fire this up and do initial cam break-in. Got pretty much everything together. Got the distributor dropped in. It should be right between 10 and 15 degrees, I hope. Should be real close. As soon as we fire it, we'll check it on the timing light. I primed the carburetor, filled the bowls up with gas. So the bowls are full. That should get it fired off. And then once it fires off, the fuel pump should suck plenty of fuel up to it. Still got a little bit of stuff to do. But yeah, we're pretty much ready to fire up. Still got to figure out this heater wire here, but that's nothing to do with the engine. So we don't have tailpipes on it. We just have the exhaust and the mufflers. But yeah, so plan is to fire it up, bring it right to 2,000 RPM, let it run between 2,000 and 2,500 for about 20 minutes and try to vary it a little bit. I won't bore you with that whole thing, but I will pick you up and show you different parts of it. What we're going to do is we'll push it out a little bit. And we'll have fans blowing into the radiator to try to keep it cool. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep it cool. We did, before I put the distributor in earlier, I primed the engine, got the oil pressure up to 60, and I ran it like that on the drill. So the engine's pre-primed. We have break-in oil. It's the Driven brand break-in oil. And we overfilled it. That's supposedly a trick from what I read. Instead of 5 quarts, we use 6 quarts. That way it creates more splash for the camshaft. Now, initial startup on these, the critical thing is getting the cam broken in. A flat tappet camshaft can be very, very finicky. Now, we did confirm all the lifters were spinning. We did that while it was still on the stand. So hopefully we shouldn't have a problem. A lot of people are wiping camshafts out these days because of these, I guess they're China metal camshafts. So we'll see. Hopefully everything goes okay. Like I said, we'll get it fired up. Hopefully it'll kick right off. And yeah, as soon as we do that, we'll pick you up. I got a couple other things to do. Got to get it out of here still. So, all right. And of course we have help today. So that's a big part of it. But, right, Boo-Boo? We'll get this car fired up. All right, let's do it. All right, 1 hour later. It's just 10:30 in the morning. I forgot to put power steering fluid in, and I forgot to put transmission fluid in. So we put 6 quarts of transmission fluid in. That should be close. Filled up the power steering. We filled up the water. I did that yesterday and burped it. You burp it by doing this. And plus, I always drill a hole in my thermostat so air can bleed through. So hopefully that is full. I'm sure it'll spew over once it gets running. Got the cap here. Timing light is ready to go. And we dumped some fuel down the carburetor and the bowls are full. So theoretically, timing is 10-ish, which I need 10:15-ish. So theoretically, it should kick right off, just like it was a regular cold start. Motor is ice cold. So this is it. The initial start. Start our cam break in. Like I said, we'll run it for about 20 minutes and varying the RPM from like 2,000 to 2,500. So let's give it a whack, see what happens, give it some more fuel, and hopefully she kicks off. So here we go, we're in park, key is ready, let's do it. Come on, come on, there we go. got 70 pounds of oil pressure. We're at 2,600, breaking up a little bit. I'm gonna lower it down a little. So the biggest thing is to keep it up on high RPM and vary the RPM. I know it's hard to hear me. We're right at 2,200 now. Really, it's not smoking much at all. That is about 2,000. Got temperature coming in already. It's off 100. So what we're going to do now is we got to watch the water. Water's not flowing yet. That means thermostat's not open. It's a 180 thermostat. And yeah, let's see what our total timing is. Total timing appears to be about 38 or 40, which is okay. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna let it run like that. And we're about 3 minutes in. So sounds good. Everything seems to be okay. So now we just let her eat for about 15-20 minutes. Got a nice rump to her. Sounds like she might be a little stumbly still from all the stuff from the rebuild, but alright, I'm going to turn you off and I will turn you back on when we're just finishing up. I'm going to vary the idle up and down. I know it's hard to hear, but I wanted to show you this. Alright. Turn the idle up a little bit. Alright, we are about 22 minutes in. Temperature's good, oil pressure's good, and it's starting to drizzle. So it's time to get the car back in. We're running at 190, 60 PSI at 2,000 RPM. So I think we're pretty good. So we got to get this back in before it gets too wet. All right, I'm going to put you down. I'll show you when I get it back in. I don't want the car getting too wet. All right, everything's good. All right, break-in's done. Now we just double check the timing. She's got a nice little chop to her. Sounds really good. So, got good oil pressure at 190 degrees. Got 40 PSI at idle, which is good. Getting a little thick in here, but yeah, she's pretty stout. Got a nice little chop to her. All right, I'm gonna shut this off. And like I said, we rechecked the timing. Time was right at 15, which was perfect. Now we just go over the rest of our fluids. I gotta change the water in the radiator to put some antifreeze in it, and we have to change the oil, get that break-in oil out of there. I'm gonna walk out of here because I'm getting carbon monoxide poisoning. So yeah, and we got to get our tailpipes on, get our hood back on, but we'll take it for a ride. So as you saw, we had to cut short. I was able to get 20 minutes in on the break-in, but it started to rain out of nowhere, of course. Hopefully that's the wettest the car will ever get. We don't want to leave the car out in the rain, that's for sure. All my old cars, I try to not, I don't wash them, I wipe them down and just keep them that way. Even the old Hoopty Buick, that got washed initially and it just gets wiped down when it's dusty. But try not to put water on these old cars, because that's what gets them. You know, these cars aren't sealed like the newer cars. So all right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Like I said, we're gonna get that break-in oil out. I'm gonna put some I forgot what oil I got high zinc oil for it. And what we'll do, we'll put that in, and then we will run it a little bit, probably put 100 or so miles on it, drive it, shake it down, and then change that. And that'll be good for a little bit then. So All right, I'll wrap this up. Everything went smooth. I checked, no leaks, no knocks, no funny noises, which is great. And I'll be curious how it sounds with the tailpipes on. So it sounds like the cam's bigger than what it is because it's got a nice chop to it. So all right, I'm going to put you down and I'm going to call this broken in. And like I said, we'll put the hood on and get this thing on the road. All right, pick you up when we get something else done someday, somehow. All right.